This is the site of the former Eastern Golf Course in Doncaster, just 30 minutes northeast of Melbourne, established in the 1940s. Prosperity had abandoned Eastern and something had to be done.
Unfortunately, the membership side had been declining since early 2000. That accelerated in the mid-2000s and really amplified the need for the club to do something about its future long term.
This is the new site in the Yarra Valley. The site has ensured the future of Eastern Golf Club.
There's a lot of clubs out there that are financially struggling. So this option is out there. How do you get that option? It can happen or it cannot happen. But if you're willing, like Eastern Golf Club, to exercise that option, study it over time, and then find the right piece of property, which they did, obviously, and then execute on it. It's a monumental undertaking. I mean, I think they're probably going to get a few calls saying, you know, how did you do it?
It's a story of survival in tough economic times, a story that will resonate throughout the golfing world. Golf's golden era has gone. Greg Norman rode the crest of that wave. Then came Tiger's rise, followed by the GFC, Tiger's fall, membership drop-off, and inevitable course closures. 50% of Australian golf clubs are reportedly in financial stress. Clubhouses are outdated and beer sales generate far less revenue. Only the fittest will survive, and Eastern Golf Club realised a complete rethink was needed.
We felt that the golf industry was really moving towards a more family focus as well, so that started to shape the types of facilities that we were looking at, and we looked at and canvassed any and all options that we felt we could reasonably address, whether it be staying at the Doncaster site. We looked at semi-public pay-for-play models. We looked at partial relocation as well, and the result of that process, which took 9 months by the board to arrive at the point where relocation was what was put to members ultimately. We ended up selling Doncaster to Mirvac for $99 million. That was our walk-away amount, and Mirvac are now developing that for residential purposes.
With a cool $99 million in the bank, Eastern searched for a new site. Yering, just 38 kilometres northeast of Melbourne, is a well-established food and wine destination. It was here in the heart of the Yarra Valley that Eastern found the perfect property.
This beautiful parcel of land that we were very fortunate enough to buy at the end of the day was $16.7 million, which for us was a fantastic result. Beautiful parcel of land in an amazing region. We were very focused on becoming not just another golf course in a new location. We really wanted to work hard to provide more diverse facilities, which meant we needed a larger land parcel than typically a golf club would sit on. In context, our Doncaster site was around 120 acres of land, and out here at Yering in the Yarra Valley, we're sitting on 600 acres. We were very keen to look for a very high-profile, quality golf course designer that we felt could bring the vision of what we had as a facility as a whole to life on a beautiful property like this in such a beautiful setting.
My perspective to win the bid, when Eastern Golf Club was putting this out to bid a few years ago, of course we pushed extremely hard. So we wanted to win this project a lot. I actually pushed my guys pretty hard. But when you push behind the scenes, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Morning, Ben. Morning, Ben. How are you?
Morning. Very well, thank you. Very well. The way we approached the design was to say to G and GCD, rather than us dictate how we should use the property, you tell us what you believe would be the best use of the land itself, given the size, the terrain, and so forth.
The result was a plan for a 27-hole golf course. 18 of these are completed, with the remaining 9 due to open by May 2016.
And they wanted wide fairways and generous fairways because it does get windy out here. It blows out of the south, it blows out of the north. So it's kind of like a funnel through this valley. So you had to give them the wide corridors to play. They wanted some great green settings, they got it. So to me it was like pulling everybody's wishes into one, from the native flora and fauna, what Australiana gives you, to what we see, what we can do on walking the Virgin site. So I'm proud of it. So when I came out here, there was a couple things I first look at. First of all, believe it or not, I look whether the tees are aligned to the shot that I want to hit. A lot of times, again, this is crazy. A lot of times here's a tee and there's the center of the fairway. Sometimes people put the tees off angle, which really irritates me big time because subconsciously you can mess with people. So I look at the tees, then I look at the landing areas, and then when I get to the landing area, I really focus on the green complexes. And the green complex is where it really is the heartbeat of the golf course, because that's really the visual that a player needs to see, because that's going from point A to point B, and that's how where you finish off the hole. So if you finish off the hole with the right design concept that agronomically looks perfect and actually is designed and built perfectly, then the player, male or female, walks off that golf hole going, okay, if I took a 10, I don't care. It was a really good looking hole. So, or if you get challenged on your hole location. So they're some of the processes I go through when I play.
Members love it because it's been designed as a members course first and foremost. So we've got lovely wide landing areas, very generous. We've got 5 different sets of golf tees that members can choose to play from. So it really caters for those learning to play the game of golf right through to challenging the best professionals on their given day.
Oh, God damn it, Craig.
The beach bunker. Yes, it's certainly getting a lot of attention. The beach bunker plays a very long hole off the back tees, near 195 metres. But again, it's such a great design because as you move forward through the different sets of tees, the angle of play changes significantly and the hole becomes much more member-friendly for those mid to high handicappers when they're playing off mid to forward tees as well. It's a great example of fantastic design.
I really like 17. Look, I'm trying not to show favoritisms to golf courses because I think, quite honestly, you fail as a designer and an architect and a builder if you don't make all 18 holes memorable.
There will be something for everyone at Eastern. Late next year, all works will be complete, including a distinctive offering the partnership conceived.
And that relationship resulted in the idea between both parties of a 9-hole par 3 course. We feel it's very unique. We feel it's going to be highly attractive for golfers once it's completed. It plays in a figure 8 configuration, so depending on the prevailing breeze of the day, you get to practice all shot shapes if that's what you're doing. And similarly, we've designed it with no tee boxes.
The appeal to non-golfers is evident too, with over 700 people signing up to become social members to enjoy the expansive clubhouse.
It means facility use, but it adds to the culture and the ambience in the clubhouse each and every time people visit. As hopefully you've seen, it's a beautiful environment and the community are really making the most of it, which we're really proud of.
Full membership capacity is exhausted with hundreds on the waiting list. Opportunity exists to play the course though, with a stay and play option at the on-site Yering Gorge cottages. Careful planning has resulted in a new and vastly improved facility, vital for the survival of Eastern Golf Club.
They got cash in the bank, they got a great golf course, and they got a great membership. So when you think about when you think out into the future, other golf clubs have to sit back and take stock and try and understand how and why. So there are opportunities out there for others to say it can be done.